the next step in the process is to clean up all the edges. Now, one thing I use, this didn't make it in the video, is I use this tool to cut a little bevel on the edge. You can see that little bevel there. I'll give you a demonstration. Just put this on here. You can see it cuts a nice bevel on the edge. I used that tool and went all around all the edges on this. Not the suede edges, just the edges with the hard leather. Then the step after that is going to be burnishing. So I'm going to use this burnishing agent, Tokenol or something like that. Not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but we're going to apply this to the edges. Stuff is safe to use with your fingers. And we'll just do half the wallet at a time. Then I'm going to take this piece of wood. You can use any smooth piece of wood. This just happens to be grooved out, particularly for burnishing. And you'll find the right size and get in here and rub. Sorry if I'm getting out of frame. It's difficult behind the camera. And what this burnishing agent does is it makes the leather a little bit gummy so that when you rub it, it gets smooth. Then I'll take the point and dig it in there. Now on this piece here, I can use a smaller section. It helps to get in there on the curves. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, let's burnish this side. You can see the difference there from raw leather to burnished leather. I'm going to repeat this one more time. I'll do that off camera. I'm also going to do these edges here. I'm going to tap the threads lightly with a hammer. Just helping to seat the thread down into the leather a little bit. So like I said, instead of making the grooves, I choose to pull the thread really tight and then just tap it down a little bit. It's still sticking out some, but not as much as if you just stitched it and were done with it if you didn't do those extra steps. So this is what I choose to do. In the future, I may do something else, but for now, that's the right way to go. So that'll fold in just like that. This will collapse over time. I'll let that fold increase once the customer receives the wallet. I'll ship it flat like this. The last step is going to be to apply some of my leather conditioner. Now, I will apply this on the edges. This completes the burnishing process. Any pores that remain, this fills in. Just adds that extra level of protection. Work that in a little bit, and I'm actually going to take and burnish that in. You see the difference in the look? Leather conditioner is my own formula that I developed. If you're interested in it, you can find it on my Etsy store, which is lcknives.etsy.com. You can find these wallets there too, well, knife slips, and a few other products. Okay. Now we're going to apply some to the whole wallet. And just work it in. Open the camera. Now I'm just going to leave this sit for a while and let as much soak in as possible. It's pretty hot in here, so that'll help a lot. Okay, I left the conditioner to soak in as much as possible, and then what doesn't soak in kind of dries. So this is going to be like waxing your car. Whatever's left, you're going to buff off. That'll leave it with a nice sheen and give it some protection. And every once in a while, every few months, I recommend putting another coat of the leather conditioner on the wallet. What that does is make sure the leather never dries out. It stays nice and soft and supple. And also it adds a measure of moisture protection. So that's what the finished product looks like. And then the flap tucks in, and the whole package goes down nice and thin. As you add cards, this squashes in, the sides squash in, and the thickness of the wallet increases. So you trade width for thickness. So the more you put in, the wallet gets a little narrower and it gets thicker.